How do you feel like the offense performed throughout the game?
We were sloppy, but it's always better to come out with a win than a loss, so we'll learn from that.
Two new teammates, Debo and Bill. What'd you think of their performance?
I mean, they showed up. They made plays when plays need to be made, and I'm super pumped for them to have them on our team.
Jaden, what do you think of your defense's effort today?
I mean, you guys seen it. They, made stops when they needed, when we're stalling out and being sloppy on the offensive side of the ball, so kudos to them.
When you talk about the sloppiness in offense, how much of that do you think is just you guys haven't been together a ton, that first group, versus what they were doing on defense?
I mean, it's always first game jitters or whatever. You're not going to be at your peak form in week one, and you don't want to, but it's little stuff that we got to clean up and be more attentive on, and we'll hit that in film and get ready for Green Bay on a short week.
What'd you think of Bill?
He ran hard.
Can you see defenses reacting to Debo? Maybe you have to use him as a runner. Maybe he's multi-threat guy. Can you see defenses lining up and reacting to that?
I would think they have to. There's a guy of many talents on that football field.
Jaden, how much more of a comfort level is it for you to know that you guys don't have to be at your absolute best, and you can still control the clock, you can still make big plays, and you can still put the game away at the end?
I mean, it's a complementary sport, and it's good to know that the defense was flying around today and they made plays, but we don't want to rely on defense getting stops, even though we play well off each other, but we want to go out there and execute at a high level.
Obviously, you and Terry just kind of getting back together the last couple weeks. How did you kind of feel about the timing with you guys?
The timing was there. They were doubling Terry a lot, rightfully so. He's earned that right in this league. So other guys stepped up and made plays, but when the plays were there for Terry to show up, and like that third down on the little curl route, he made a play, and we kept the chains moving.
When you say you felt the offense was sloppy, what do you think are the biggest things that you want to clean up this week?
I mean, I got to go back and watch the film, but I know we didn't play at our best at how we could play.
Jaden, can you take me through what you saw on the Debo touchdown run? It looked like Laramie was out there, John Bates was out there, Bill was out there. What did you see from your perspective?
I didn't see a lot. I just seen Debo score a touchdown, so I didn't really decipher. Obviously everybody did their job and let Debo run through a couple tackles to score.
The flag on the back of your helmet today,
Yeah.
the Japanese flag, what was that about?
My great-grandmother is Japanese, so showing love to her. Good catch.
Thank you. Jaden, you guys really put an emphasis on setting the tone and wanting to make a statement with this opener. Do you think you guys accomplished that?
I mean, it's always good to get a win versus a division rival. So I would think we still got room to grow, but it's always good to start 1-0, and especially in the division too. Miscommunication, and starts with me, so got to be better.
Jaden, what's it say about this team when you're able to start 1-0 in the division and still don't seem that thrilled with the result?
I mean, we're not going to really be content with everything. We won a game, but we're on a short week now. We can't live off that high that we just did. We kind of got 24 hours to get over it, or really less than that, because we're on the Green Bay. Yeah, I think you have to. I learned that from Bobby last year in a short week. So obviously, it's around like 4 o'clock. So kind of got to start that back up now because we don't have a full week to get our bodies back right. All right, appreciate y'all.
And tough division win, and that's what division games are. All week you'd heard me talk about play style and identity, and if we get that part right, the other things can come, and that's what I was looking for first. There's plenty to clean up. I thought, prior to the next game, that part, but I wanted to make sure identity, toughness, physicality, like that is how we get down and how we play. We knew this would be a line of scrimmage game on both sides. Their defensive line, our offensive line, was going to be a battle. I liked how we took care of the ball. We did not create any, and so that's a big deal for us. I thought they did a good job of taking care of it. It didn't seem like it was in harm's way, but I thought the inside guys battled and the outside guys were going to get tested. And so that was defensively what I thought would happen. Offensively, I thought we hurt ourselves with some penalties that created some tough, to go, third downs to go. So we didn't get quite as many ops as I would have liked, but at the end, to finish with the ball at the game, that's the toughness, that's the winning time moments that we talk about. So that part I'm pleased with, but lots to clean up. I'm pleased with the win.
Defense doesn't give up a touchdown the entire game. Well, what did you think of their effort today?
Yeah, I really thought that was a strong performance. And you heard me talk about identity, the tackling. We didn't create the takeaways today, but man, seeing some plays down inside the 10-yard line, the red zone, the guys have worked hard at that. And for our new players that are added to our group, I thought that was a good, mix of what they can be, and J.K. and Will and Vaughn and some of the others that I spoke to post-game, just knowing they're a big part of what we're doing and how we're going to improve. So I was pleased to see, especially down in the low red zone. I thought that was the real game-changer part of this game. 2 stops down there, that was a big deal.
Coach.
Dan, how encouraging is it that you didn't need Jaden to be Superman today, you didn't need Terry to get 9 catches, and that a lot of guys who weren't here last year were the guys that really kind of put the game away?
Yeah, that was a big deal, and I love the run at the end and with Bill at the end. But you're right, Dave, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take all of us. So for guys to step in, I was pleased to see Debo, get to kind of express that play of being aggressive. If you'd ask us, I would say we had too many, the 50-50 balls and drops and penalties that were not, what were normal there. But to know that we can lean on one another, and I know you've heard me say this before, but I do like our team, and that's how you have to win games some way, in different phases to go through it. And so to be able to lean in on the defense today, I thought that was a good sign.
Your offensive line and how they kind of battled throughout the day against a really good front.
Yes, and that's kind of what we talked about going into the game. That's the the real strength of their team, and I really think their defensive line is going to be an impactful one. So there's times there's good pro, times I thought maybe we could have thrown it away, and take the incomplete, and that's still Jaden too, to say, okay, this one's over, go to the next play. That's part of the competitor too. We're on the 4th downs or something, you keep it going. Maybe on 2nd down, let's play for 3rd down. And so he'll learn from that. That's one thing and I've learned from him over the year, okay, watch out. When there's something to fix, he goes after it pretty good.
Cliff said the other day that he was really impressed with Debo as a receiver. All the other elements to his game. Do you get a sense from him that he's like, oh my God, I've got this cool new toy. Let's see how we can use him.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to coach too. He plays aggressive and downhill. So we missed some, so we'll be wanting to look at those. But also the touchdown run of that was to me quintessential him. We've seen that movie, we know what that looks like, and how to feature it into this offense. And so I think that was part of the reasoning, with Adam and the trade, and why it was such a good fit, because when you see what somebody can do and you know how to put that into the offense, that's the blend of scouting and coaching, to say, I know what a player can do and how we would do it. And so I hadn't known him, but man, it was cool to get to know him and coach him now and find out what he can do.
Having him back there, and then also Jaden as a threat, how do you see the Giants, and maybe you have to watch film and all that, but did you see the Giants maybe hesitate, get a little bit confused at times because of the options in the run game with Eckler, Jaden?
Yeah, Eckler made another play that was just, a 3rd down conversion. That's he makes some of these plays that is an absolute X factor. But we still have a lot of execution that we can clean up, John, and that's part of run game, passing game. But we're at our best when both are hitting. And so I thought the run game made the marks. We just didn't hit all the markers in the passing game today. We need togetherness. We need all that. We won't get it this week. I told the team when we broke, I said, all right, enjoy it and sleep fast. Tomorrow's Wednesday, as we're going to get rocking again. But we've got plenty to clean up on. But I do love, John, the way that the team finished the game. Having the ball, kneeling it, that was a big moment to say, okay, that's the physicality I'm looking for.
And then what'd you think of Duran and Javon in the middle there?
Yeah, I liked the intentionality of the work that I've seen from them, John. I know Duran, was here and we got to coach him last year, but there was another space that he went to in practice and performance, and I'd just spoken to him. It was better, John. It was different. It was higher. It was more elevated, and he was just so locked in. And J.K. coming here with things to prove and back into this space, I was really pleased to see what they could do.
Hey, Coach. What I the offensive line. After the game, I saw several of the offensive line giving Josh Connolly Jr. big hugs and high fives. So what do you have to say about what you saw from him today?
Yeah, we knew this is going to be a tough matchup, just with the style of Burns and Carter are going to be there, Thibodeau, and like good matchups, good tough things. But one thing that I've learned about Connolly, like he really does like a challenge. And in the early part of training camp, Kenny, it was good. I was seeing it, and then we went to New England, and he elevated. And when you are a young player and you get your first start, there's things you like, things you don't. Same with Amos, to say, okay, you got a PI. I thought it was a good aggressive play. How do we learn from it? And so the fact that it'll be a division game, now he'll have something to pull back on for when we play them, weeks from now. So all of those things matter. Like the younger you are, man, like you want to like eat experience. I need him. I need every bit of it. And so you grow, you make mistakes, you fail some, you do well, and then he's the type of player that does learn from it. And so that's kind of what happens as you grow, and they seem to grow faster, when you have the mindset like, I'm not going to do that again. I liked how this went, and Josh certainly has that.
When you talk about play style and identity, Nick Bellore had a big play on special teams. So
Yes.
Can you share about what he brings to the special teams unit?
Yeah, it's more than just the speed. It's the physicality, the tackling, the matchups, because Nick, like, he can absolutely fly. That's like, as a special teams, featured player, that's the superpower and the speed. But the physicality, I thought it was a good hit, man. The ball almost looked like it was going to come out. It didn't, but he is really, somebody that we lean on in that way. We felt like, we got a lot of cleanup on that area too. The protection wasn't like we quite like. The kickoff coverage part was good. I thought it was strong and tough like we like, but we got plenty of work to do. That's usually where you see it, and you build it, and then you build it. In the first month, it's ups and downs, and you're trying to clean things up to have this many penalties. I was pissed, but back to Bellore, I just think he's somebody that's so consistent and helps develop others. It's a big part of who we are and identity and attitude.
Coach, you talk about the things that you need to clean up.
Yep.
Does the option no longer exist in this game to clean those things up with starters in preseason football?
Meaning like getting more turns and reps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still exists. I think that's fair, to get more turns, and how do you balance back and forth. I thought the penalties went down and then they climbed back up again today. But, yeah, it's definitely, a factor into it.
Coach, you mentioned Trey
sometimes
Amos.
just the health and the injuries factor in it too during training camp. But, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You mentioned Amos earlier, but the young secondary out there today, they competed, saw some feistiness, combativeness. Speak on their play today and how you like them.
Yeah, this is a strong receiving core. We thought, coming in, I thought the strength of New York was, receivers, D-line, and those would be kind of the areas that they would push us and test us. I thought Russ is somebody that can just throw a fantastic deep ball, and they did test us. So to see us battle for it downfield, I thought that was a big, step in the right direction for us, knowing that's how you got to play. That's what life outside is. And to see them deliver, that was a big piece for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Hey, Debo, I know you've run that jet sweep a million times, but I just wonder what it looked like today on this team with the blockers you had in front of you and finishing it the way you did.
First of all, it started up front. It started with, the offensive line, and then Luke just getting a great pin block and just following the guys all the way to the end zone, and I just did what I had to do.
Debo, when you thought about coming here and about playing with Jaden, is this kind of what you thought it might look like, and the connection you could have with a guy like that?
I didn't know what it was going to look like, to be honest, just getting here. But as the flow kept going throughout OTAs and camp, how well we was connected, we just started to build chemistry, and we just showed it today.
Is there a good number of carries for you in a game? Like, do you like to run the ball a certain amount of times?
I like to touch the ball, for sure.
Touches all for you?
The
Or
right
a good number for
the
you?
right number is the right number.
Yeah. Last year, this team needed a lot of Jaden and a lot of Terry late to kind of win games, and I just wonder what you think you and Bill and some of the other guys here now can maybe do to ease that burden off of them this year.
Our goal is to come out there and just be the best self that we can, and win games for sure. Jaden and Terry and the rest of the guys had a outstanding season last year. Hopefully, we just take it game by game and just see how the season goes.
pretty decisive win over division rival, 1-0. Jaden came in here and said things were sloppy. Though wasn't super happy about it. Like, do you feel like you guys left some things out there?
Oh, for sure. I had 2 drops. We had a couple penalties kind of set us back. You never want to be in second and long, third and long, so little minor things like that. But, we got the win, and we just move on fast and just try to correct it. We got a short week this week.
Hey, Debo. I know when we sat down prior to even the preseason beginning, we talked about that silly off-season narrative that you lost your speed, that you had lost your edge. Do you think this performance from you today, a personal statement was made?
I just go out there and just do my job, and I mean, they have something to say. They have something to say. It don't affect the way I come in and come to work every day.
Defense today.
Oh yeah, the defense look amazing. Definitely start with the guys up front. And the secondary, we've been playing against them all camp, and they just show what they've been showing week in and week out in camp.
Debo, you mentioned playing on a short week. You've done it before, but how do you mentally and physically prepare from playing a division game today, then traveling on the road to play the Packers on Thursday night? How do you get ready for that?
Just the main thing is, get as healthy you can for the quick week. Not too much going to be full speed because I think DQ does a great job of taking care of the guys and giving the guys enough time to recover and get their body right. So, like I just stated, we got a short week. Just take care of our body and just get ready for Thursday.
Hey, Debo, obviously you guys are working in some new pieces. How do you think that process is going for you personally and the team, just kind of getting all the new pieces? Are you guys further ahead than you thought you might be at this point?
Kind of like what Jay said. We had a little ups and downs through this game. We got out of it with a win, but like I just stated, this week we're just going to get better and just go out there and try to get the win on Thursday.
All right, thanks, Debo.
Just being able to be on the field with my teammates. I waited a long time for this, and I just want to give these guys thanks for just pushing me and believing in me.
Scoring your first NFL touchdown, looks like you forgot the ball again, but what was that moment like?
Yeah, I forgot the ball again. I told myself, like, when I score, I'm going to make sure I keep my football, and I think the excitement just take over, and I just end up dropping it. But Terry ended up finding the ball and just giving it to me.
Leading the game in rushing, your first NFL game, did you think you were going to get this many carries, you'd be this involved, or what were your expectations going in?
I mean, it was whatever the coaches wanted me to do, and I was going to do that 100%. And I just appreciate my teammates for just being with me the whole time.
Did that almost make your life a little easier too? Did it almost make your life easier just not even thinking about that, just playing?
Yeah. I just go out there and just do me. It's football at the end of the day, and I just go out there and have fun.
Bill, can you take us through the celly? Because it looked like kind of similar to what you did during the preseason.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the celly situation because, in college I really didn't celebrate, but, my friends, they was like, man, you need to do something in the end zone. So I'm thinking that's going to be my signature move. I don't know yet. I might have to switch it up, but right now I'm still searching right now.
Is that move called something?
Nah, it's not. It's just something I like doing.
Okay, awesome. When it comes to what this offense is capable of, I mean, there's so many weapons, including yourself. Does that give you a little bit more of a sense of comfort knowing that this doesn't always obviously have to be put on your shoulder? There's so many guys that can get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that just make things 1,000 times better, just having a lot of playmakers around you, because it just keep people guessing. And me being around these guys, it made me just want to just step up to the level that these guys are at.
So much for not playing, right?
Nah, it is.
Exactly. So the physicality of today, did you experience anything differently? Obviously you're banging every day in practice, but to go up against a team like the Giants in that front that they have, did you see anything different?
I would say, not really, because we have a physical D lineman. I got to see those guys every day. We just can't go to the ground, but the defense we faced, they were definitely physical, and I was kind of used to it. Our defense got me ready for it, every day during the week at practice.
So first game, the weather got a little warm out there. Did you start to feel like you needed that extra breath, or you were good to go?
No, I feel like it was great football weather. I was just excited to be out there. Yep.
So the PA announcer would say Jacory, and then everybody in the crowd would shout Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference, and what was it like to hear the crowd support you like that?
I would say whatever you're comfortable with. I really don't care. I like both names, so you can call me Jacory or Bill, but it was definitely excited to hear the crowd just like rooting for me. This fan base is unbelievable, and like every time I step on the field, I'm gonna give it all to my team and the fan base. So like I feel like we all like just play a part in like to success. Appreciate y'all.